Hi YouTube, Rob here with another Bible review. This morning, being as we've just gone past the 501st anniversary of the Reformation, I just want to look at this. This is a Geneva Bible, 1560 edition by Hendrickson Publishers. This is bound in genuine leather. You can get it in a cloth version as well. It's still available from Hendrickson. I think you can still get it on YouTube. It is a nice Bible. I got this one. This was a second. The ribbons in it were chewed up, and so I just replaced them. So basically, it was a brand new Bible at a bargain price. Let's say it's a genuine leather cover. The Bible is it's not edge lined. It's just a paste down cardstock liner. So it's a heavy book block. So I don't know how this would take up to heavy usage, but it's not a Bible that you would probably use every day. It's more of a curiosity, something to have on your shelf to show people. It's just nice. It's a piece of history, really. But it's really nice. The Bible, the book block itself is Smith sewn, and the paper itself is very, very thick. It's a lovely, lovely paper, very, very opaque. Well, let's have a look at what's inside of this Bible. I say it's a facsimile edition. So basically, it's basically like a photocopy from some original Geneva Bibles, and that has pluses and minuses. You get a nice feel for what the Bible itself is like, but in some places the copy is not great because it's a photocopy. Some of the originals were printed. It was an old printing press, so some of the pages are a wee bit faint and some hard to read. But like I say, you can get this Geneva Bible in a modern setting. So if you want to study the Geneva Bible properly, then I would say that you would probably be better off getting one of the newer settings of this. But this is, like I say, you get a picture, a real feel of what the originals were like. And this is a huge Bible. I say 7.25 inches wide, 9.5 inches long, and I think around about 3 inches or so thick. But that's because it's printed on such a heavy paper. Well, moving quickly into the opening, we get in the first pages we see a preface to the Facsimile edition, which gives you a lot of history and information and how the Bible in the translation came about. And then moving on, you go straight into there we go, the Holy Scriptures, and it is beautiful. It really is nice. Throughout the Bible, you get these sort of woodcuts and pictures. And interestingly, the Geneva Bible itself was the original study Bible, the first Bible, I think, to have marginal notes. And interestingly, this was because this was the product of the Reformation, and the Bible had been hidden from the masses for so long that the reformers who compiled this Bible, who translated this Bible, added marginal notes. As you can see here, you've got a 2-column text, you've got a book introduction, and then marginal notes. Very, very similar to what we see in contemporary study Bibles, modern study Bibles. The notes are sort of basically just explanatory. You can see that. Give you a picture of what that's like, and the key to the text with wee letters. It's a Roman typeface throughout, 7-point font. It's fairly readable if you can get your head around the old way of spelling and the old English, but it's, you can do. I've read this for quite a long periods of time, and it is a really, really nice Bible. I say to you, you've got almost at the start of the Bible there, you've got an epistle dedicatory, which is to Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth I, and then you've got a translators to the readers, which is, again, those who are familiar with the King James Bible, you'll know both of those are very common in the King James Version. But then you've got the first book of Genesis, you've got your commentary, and then you've got maps and diagrams and things within the text, which is a real a first. No other Bible before this I think had these things. Certainly not available to the masses anyway. The Geneva Bible was one of the first that was affordable, that everybody could have a copy. Printed it in various sizes, so you can have a copy in your house and use it for family devotions and things like that. And the Bible, by this time, we have to remember, had become, central again to Christian living. It's become paramount that everybody should have access. So we see there, some of the diagrams have a little to be desired of how they thought things up, but that's supposed to be Noah's Ark with the dimensions, which is interesting. Moving on into Exodus, we'll see with the instructions for the tabernacle. You can see there, I'll just show you that this is a page that's not quite been printed or copied very well. You can see it's sort of faint, and sort of the text itself comes in there, but that's not Hendrickson's fault. That is the original copy that they've copied from, and I think you can see it's sometimes difficult to read. We're looking at these going into the back there. Here we are. So you've got a number of illustrations there. You've got the table of the showbread, the Ark of the Covenant, and the lampstand. Various the tabernacle was covered. It was set up. Aaron's high priestly garments there, and the brazen altar. So you get these sort of occasionally throughout. The incense altar there, and yeah, it's really, really interesting. The Geneva Bible itself fell out of favour with King James, and he commissioned a new translation that removed the marginal notes. He took umbrage to some of the notes that sort of spoke against sort of kings, and so he didn't like that. So he had his Bible, and there was certainly no notes in the King James apart from sort of alternate readings and things like that. And yeah, the Geneva Bible, though, it sort of fell out of favour. It gradually stopped being printed after the King James was printed, the authorised version. But this Bible was the Bible that went to America. This is the Bible that went across, I think, on the Mayflower, and it was used for a number of years. And yeah, it is a lovely, lovely Bible. The paper, like I say, is really thick. There is virtually no show through there. There's a wee bit there you can just see, and we can see through the marginal notes there at the top corner. You can see a wee bit of the page behind coming through, but it is a really thick paper. That's why the book is so thick. But it is a really, really nice Bible. It's a real curiosity. It does, going to the back here, the Bible, the Geneva Bible does have the apocryphal books. But every Bible before, I think, 1800 had them, and they were removed eventually with a mix of theological persuasion. People didn't want them, but also I think for a lot of printers it was a huge expense to print a number of these, and probably thinking in their head, well, people don't read them and they're not canonical, so therefore we'll just get rid of them. So the Apocrypha is in here, which is interesting read, when I say not canonical. And then into the back we've got the New Testament again with a number of sorry, catching the camera there, with a number of illustrations, again with your marginal study notes and things like that. But all in all, it's a really, really nice Bible, and a real bargain that I got. And yeah, it's nice. I find that people are really, really interested when they see this. They're really sort of fascinated by this, to look at a Bible that was from, from the older style Bibles. But it was beautiful, really, really well done for the time, and how God's Word should be produced. The care and attention, and people, when this was printed, they wanted people to understand what God was saying to them, rather than being mediated through priests and in Latin and all these other things. So it is a really, really interesting Bible. In the back you've got a number of sort of helps, list of names, proper names, and things like that. And then you go through to the back, you've got a few blank pages, and then cardstock liner and a paste down liner again. But again, it is a really nice Bible. I'll show you the ISBN. If you want to pause that, you can find it through there. But all in all, it is a lovely Bible. I say not one I use every day, but nice to sit on the desk and to browse through occasionally. So I hope this has been helpful to you. It's been interesting, and we'll be back soon with another Bible or book review, and we will see you then. So God bless you, and we'll see you later.